Have you been trying to play Marvel Rivals lately and decided to try Scarlet Witch and been flopping? Here's the video for you because today we're going to be doing a guide on the Scarlet Witch from a ranked Scarlet Witch player. So I know what I'm talking about, trust. Okay, so we're already in the practice range. Let's select Scarlet. Okay, so let's go
Chaos
over her.
surrounds us, but I will gladly show it who is in control.
Okay, so let's go over her regular breakdown of abilities. Her regular attack is called Chaos Control, which unleashes chaos magic on enemies to deal damage based on a percentage of their max health and restore chaos energy. The chaos energy is basically the little triangles, you could say, at the bottom of the screen, and those go into your Chthonian Burst, which is your secondary fire, which that's going to help you get your kills better because the chaos control, it's not going to get you that many. I'll break it down more, but chaos energy, make sure you pay attention to that. That's very important. Her kit, her second attack is called Chthonian Burst, which consumes the chaos energy to fire explosive magic missiles damaging enemies. So just to do a quick little recap, Chaos Control builds the chaos energy. Chthonian Burst uses the chaos energy. Keep that in mind. Her next ability is called Dark Seal, which lands it when you land a hit on a target or the scene. You can press LB, or well, my LB is because I'm playing on Xbox. Press LB again to generate a force field that periodically stuns enemies within range. Keep in mind this does no damage, but if the person is in the range of that, it's gonna be like a sphere. I'll show you. It's gonna be a big seal, a big sphere, a big area. If they walk through it, they'll be stunned. Not the whole time, but like I said, periodically. The next ability is called Mystic Projection, where she enters a phase state of free flight and press RB to exit early. Once again, that's my controls. So it basically exactly how it sounds. She's not necessarily invisible. Keep in mind, she's not invisible. It's going to be like this tiny little orb thing that follows her around, representing where she is, but her body itself can't be touched. But keep in mind, you can be followed. Her ultimate is called Reality Erasure, which is engaging in free flight while charging energy, then unleash it to deal massive damage. That's probably the best, not necessarily the best ultimate in the game, but it can, if it's played correctly, it can get you a win. It can get you a real nice win. And her last technical ability is Telekinesis, which gives her the ability to sort of, basically as it says, fall slowly, because you can't go back up. You can only go down. She has a team ability with her dad, Magneto, called Chaotic Bond, which basically Magneto's melee attack becomes basically a secondary attack, where instead of he just slashes the sword as a melee, it sends out chaos magic projectiles, which is definitely good for Magneto. So if you see a Magneto playing, make sure you switch to Scarlet Witch, because it benefits both of y'all, because technically you get a damage boost, which Scarlet Witch does need. I'm gonna show y'all some combos y'all need to learn for her, because she's not really combo heavy, but you gotta know how to use her kit. So this is her left click. As you can see on Luna Snow, the damage is actually not that bad, but you see it kind of goes down. It goes down consistently but slow. So if the healer is good, 9 times out of 10, you're not killing nobody with just using this alone. So don't let anybody tell you, oh yeah, she just auto lock, she get kills. That's so not true. The auto lock doesn't even do that much. I guarantee you. It's this right here. It's a cool ability, but it's really not all that. But when you actually use your secondary ability, the damage is not as consistent, but it does more. And does this do your shot? Oh, yep. As you can see, I ran out the energy at the bottom. So as you can see, the Chthonian Bursts are using up my chaos energy at the bottom of my cursor. So to build that back up, like I said on the like I said on the character page, you have to use the main ability, which it goes up relatively fast. So you'll be okay. Just moving around, getting your sucks off or whatever, and mixing them in together. The next ability is her just the stun field. Basically, as you can see, it stuns. Let me turn this off. Anyway, I had to turn on no cooldown mode. So, like I said, you have your little secondary burst and your main burst. Your main second ability, which you need to learn how to use better. But here's the freezing field, which it sticks. It doesn't necessarily stick to a person, but the second it makes contact with the person, it will explode. Now, keep in mind, they could move out, but it's because as long as they have to sit here, I think for probably about, what, a second, and then start doing the stun, and they're not able to move. As you can see, it does no damage at all. It just freezes them. Those little knives and that little ticking sound, that's how you know you're stunning someone. It does no damage, though. So, it's probably best to just get them while they're stunned, like that. But actually, I think it's probably best if we try on a moving target.
Be right back.
So this is how the stun will work. So say you throw it, it stuns them in their steps. And depending on where they are, that could be good. So say you throw it there, set up like a trap, basically. If you know someone's coming a certain type of way, that was misplacement. If you know someone's coming, you could probably, that was misplacement again. That's so embarrassing. Anyway, like I was saying, oh my god, again, I'm trying to get it right. So if you know someone's coming through a certain area, all you gotta do is place the field. Now it could be avoided, but it depends if they see it coming. So say you throw it there, you could already stun them, get your sucks off, and then boom, you're good, you're Gucci. But the next ability she has is her what do you call this? Her mystical projection, which just lets her fly around and basically becomes intangible, but she's still visible. She's definitely still visible. I'll put a picture up of what she looks like so that way you know what the other people are seeing. But basically, as it looks on the screen, you just become able to fly, and that's how you get in the air to use her telekinesis ability, which they call it telekinesis, but it's just a glide. Mind you, you're able to do everything in her kit in the air. Literally everything. You can stun people still. You can get your sucks off. You do it all. But keep in mind, that's definitely makes her more so like a fight or flight character. You have 2 stacks of the free flight ability, which, oh, hold on, I can't show that because I'm on no ability cooldown. But you actually have stacks to this. So if you fly, you go down 1 stack. The cooldown doesn't reset until you become back, tangible. So if you're flying around and you use up both of them, realize how the cooldown stops. And then it also has a 3-second cooldown just by using it. So pay attention on when you use it, because there's no way to get it back unless that cooldown comes back and it's technically 2 downs to this ability, 2 cooldowns. You have the ability just to cast it. And then on top of that, you also have another cooldown on top of that on how many uses you have on it. You only get 2 max, but they come back relatively quickly. So you'll be okay. And next is her ultimate, which is called the Reality Erasure. Yeah, the Reality Erasure. All it is just you go on the free flight, which now in this season, you get overhealth. And you fly to the target, and I think it does like 1,000 damage. So I'm positive. Actually, no, I don't even think it does. It could be over that. I just know it would instantly get rid of anyone and anything. Any shield. Well, no, that's insane. That's the downside to the character. The ultimate for one is a wind up ultimate. So you have to kind of be smart with it, and it's able to take out anyone in her path, anyone and anything. If there's structure in her path, it'll be destroyed. If there's shields in the way, it'll be destroyed. But keep in mind, shields and characters that have secondary lives, basically they'll be able to live through your ult. So say Hulk is in his ultimate Hulk stage or his regular Hulk stage, you won't get the kill confirmed until you kill him as Bruce Banner. So you'll just take away his second life and he'll turn back into Bruce Banner, which, I mean, if you're stalling, I mean, I guess it could be okay to take that, because, I mean, it's definitely, Hulk is definitely not broken, but he's definitely a good tank. So if you take him out of that Hulk form, it's okay, you'll be alright. Oh, I gotta grab it again. Okay. Who else has a secondary life? If Magneto bubbles someone, they can live. If, who else? If Magneto is regularly shielding and time his shield right, they'll live. Who else has a shield? Doctor Strange, his shield will break, and as long as the shield is up, the shield will probably break. Nonsense, and the shield will break. And you'll be okay. Also, if Groot has a wall up, they'll definitely be okay. Basically, the thing with her ultimate is they have to be, you could say, in line of sight or in the vicinity of the ult with no, what can you say, like no obstacle in a way. So see these two bots, right? You probably would think it has ride range, which it actually doesn't. I think it used to have more, but it didn't. So as you can see, Wanda is standing at 15 meters. If you were to just stay right here, it only goes. It's not. You have to be kind of relatively close. So let's try this again and see how close I have to be to get the ultimate off. And we're gonna start at 30 because Wanda. 25, 15, 10. When I landed, I'm probably standing about at least, what, 8 meters? But the explosion went off about here. So about 10 meters. If a person's in like 10 meters of your vicinity, you'll definitely get the kill confirmed as long as they're not out of line of sight or there's no way to negate the ultimate, as in maybe a bubble or a shield or obstacles. Keep in mind, I'm positive, don't correct me on it, but I'm positive that a Loki could block a Wanda ultimate only due to his the runes. His little runic killing thing, I'm positive it can only block it only because it builds up due to how much damage it has, so there's no way for you to die. But as long as the person is in your line of sight, it's pretty much only tanks could probably actually negate your ult. That's it. Nobody can negate Wanda's ult except for tanks. I could be wrong, but I'm positive it's just tanks. And if a person can cause an obstacle, if a person can make a type of obstacle or they all run away, it'll kind of be a pointless ult. But I mean, the ult is good for many things. Like, you could 9 times out of 10, either the whole team is gonna pay attention to you, or they're gonna try to run. Which, I mean, when you're playing a game, the team running from you would be top tier. Like, as long as, especially if you get in the point or you gotta push the point, let them run away. Risk the ult. Then on top of that, the ult is very high risk. Keep in mind, Wanda does gain overhealth. Anyway, like I was saying, Wanda's ult is very high risk, but essentially high reward. Only because it could pretty much insta-kill everyone if they're not paying attention or if they don't tunnel vision you. That's the only way you can get rid of a Wanda. But also, she gets overhealth with the ultimate. I think, what is that? I think that's 100 overhealth, which I could be wrong, but I think I read somewhere that if she's interrupted, the overhealth might disappear, which I could be wrong about. But the overhealth is good because she only has 250 HP, and because usually she can free flight in whatever she's doing, but when she's in this ultimate state, she can't do anything but move. That's it. So if you're being looked at and you're already being targeted, I would suggest do not use the ultimate. It's no point of using the ultimate if you're already being watched, unless you know 9 times out of 10 if you can win the battle. But I promise you, it's no point. You will get shot down every single time. It's no point. Just don't do it. Don't even risk having your stats look bad just because you wanted a good ultimate kill. Like, no. It's good. It's times and place to this stuff. Keep in mind also, she still can move while doing the ultimate. So be kind of sporadic, but stay in your field. Don't try to go too far away, but still try to move unpredictably, so that way it'll be harder for a person to kill you. Because that overhealth is literally nothing. A good one can probably manage it, but 9 times out of 10, you actually probably got to be sneaky with the ultimate. But keep in mind when she's doing this, you can't see on your screen once again, but to the enemies, it's a big, really, really big indicator where Wanda's coming from. They have the same indicator on Storm. Is that the only character that has the indicator? I could be wrong, but certain characters have indicators on when their ultimates are being used, so that way the other team knows where to move and how to move. Like, I guess they claim. I mean, at the same time, it's understandable because it's a possibly team wiping ult, so you have to kind of pay attention. But that's all for her, the kit. Now it's time, for some, not necessarily combos, but like tips. So for the first tip I have, I think I said earlier, make sure you combo these together. And so it begins. Secondary, primary. Combo those together. Keep in mind that. Because you need the main to build up the chaos energy ammo. Basically, just think of this as ammo. You need that to use your heavier damage move, which is the burst. what can you call her? I mean, I guess you could consider her assassin because you know she can get away easily. She doesn't go that much faster in her little free flight, but she can get away pretty easily. But keep in mind, once again, you'll still be noticed if you try to move away. A person can follow you. It's not that hard. But her range for this is actually not. It's actually pretty good. So you don't have to be up and close with anyone essentially just to use this. She can lock onto a player at least by what is this? 19 to 18 meters. But once again, this move doesn't do much. So, people keep in mind. People claim Wanda, you don't have to aim with Wanda. Yes, you do. Because if you say to miss, if you were to miss, look at that. It's no point. You can't just get kills off that. It's way easier to just get a kill with your burst. So keep in mind, my crosshair, I don't know what it's called. Okay, like I said, so keep in mind, my crosshair is not the best, but it fits Wanda. Her burst is actually, like I said, it's actually an explosion, so you could get splash damage, what they consider it. You don't have to hit a physical, you don't have to physically hit them, but it's better to hit the person than to do area damage, because the physical hit does more. But keep in mind, she doesn't do critical damage, so whatever damage you're going to get from hitting a regular body is the same damage get hit from hitting the head. So if you know you can't hit a headshot, aim for the feet. It's way better if you aim for the feet. Because either way, you're still getting the secondary damage from the main ability. So it really doesn't matter. But also, you should also always... I'm not going to say stay in your free flight, but like I said, Wanda can hit or lock onto a player from all the way back until... What is this? 18, 19 meters. So you don't have to stay up close, but keep in mind, Wanda can be a very hit and run character. So when you get your kill, when you already used up all your bursts, fly away. It's that simple. Just fly away. Then on top of that, she's not a flying character. We have flying characters like Tony Stark and Storm. She doesn't have to be necessarily an off jump flying character. Like she doesn't need to touch the ground. Because I mean, touch the ground one, it's not bad, but she also can just stay in the air, and she already can hit from afar. So it's already just a win-win. Wanda's only downside is I would say, in my opinion, her damage. This right here is not bad, but keep in mind, this is only because this is you could say this is probably, I think, what, 250 HP, by which this probably falls under the stereotype of the DPSs. So say you were to go for someone else, it wouldn't go down as much, in my opinion. So it's probably best if you use Wanda to take out the supports. Wanda can wipe out every single support easily. Just, go if the team is fighting, for example, and they're getting healed up, Wanda has the opportunity to go invisible, fly around, especially if they don't see her coming. Go around, find the healers, take them out, and the team can drop easily. Then on top of that, Wanda's output as a supportive DPS is already decent enough. Like, imagine a tank shooting up another tank, and then Wanda's on the back already sucking them up. It's a win-win. You're gonna win the battle 9 times out of 10. Is there anything else? And I also want to say this. I also definitely want to say this. Wanda is not a carry DPS. I don't think everyone knows what that means. I'm gonna break that down. Should I stay out time on that? When I say supportive DPS, I mean basically Wanda isn't a character you can justifiably assume can carry the game. Like, you could probably assume to get carried by, a Spider-Man or a Venom or Hulk or a Magic or something. Wanda is in the game. She has too many faults to her kit for her to be able to. I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it would be hard. It would be very hard to necessarily carry with Wanda because her kit is so, like I said, hit and run. She doesn't have enough damage output for her to just two-shot people. Because mind you, it takes 3 of those just to kill a 250 HP bot. So imagine on a regular player who, like, say that with a magic, like on a magic that's gaining health over. It's very hard for Wanda to get a hit kill on characters, if that makes sense. Wanda is probably best just taking out the supports, taking out the DPS, especially Spider-Man's or a lot of airborne characters, due to Wanda not having to aim as much as compared to the rest of the other airborne characters. The probably most airborne character that she gets countered by is probably only Tony Stark, only because his beam. Wanda, I want to say moves stiffly, but when she's in the air, she doesn't really have an ability or a way to move up and down. So if you're hitting someone, you're moving basically in the same relatively direction, so it's easy for the Iron Man to lock on and beam you down. But Storm, easily can wipe her out. Spider-Man, you definitely can wipe him out if he's out of webs. Yeah, no, that's an easy kill for you. But other than that, that's all. I'm probably gonna show some gameplay after this. So, thank you for watching, and hopefully you enjoyed the guide. This was very rushed. I mean, I just wanted to push our video because
so it begins.
I feel like I didn't give a video in a while. And I wanted to give a Wanda guide because I didn't like the hate she kept getting for being Wanda. Like, Wanda should get the baddest. Wanda is not going anywhere. I feel like she deserved that. I'm probably gonna put some gameplay after that. But if I don't, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the guide. I'm so